So Madam Chair, hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit yung two highest position in the land natin ganito sa ating budget hearing sa Kongreso. Madam Chair, isang insulto sa mamamayang Pilipino at sa mga kinatawan dito sa loob ng Kongreso na hinalal ng mamamayan. Ano?
Madam Chair, pwede ba kami naman muna, hindi naman sunod-sunod na sila na lang. Madam Chair, please.
So,
And then I will recognize you after.
Kakasunod, Madam eh.
Medyo nauna lang po siya ng 1 second.
Di ba ang ating tradition, unang minority, pagkatas majority?
Wala pa po
sunod-sunod
tayo sa
naman sila.
interpellation,
Oo nga
Comandante.
po.
So, ang ibig sabihin po nito ay binoboykot nga tayo. Pagboboykot ito, Madam Chair, ano to, no? Betrayal of her oath of office. Talagang bratinela to the max, no? So, pasensya na po ang taong bayan, binoykot tayo ng Vice President.
During our last hearing, the committee deferred the termination of the budget briefing of the Office of the Vice President. This decision was not made lightly, but rather arrived at after careful reflection and deliberation. I would like to inform the body that we are in receipt of a letter dated 10 September 2024 and I will read the letter. It is addressed to the Speaker. Dear Speaker Romualdez, the Office of the Vice President has submitted all necessary documentation to the House of Representatives Committee on Appropriations, including a detailed presentation on the proposed budget for fiscal year 2025. I have also articulated my position on the issues outlined in my opening statement during the previous hearing on 27 August 2024. We defer entirely to the discretion and judgment of the committee regarding our budget proposal for the coming year. Very truly yours, Sara Z. Duterte. Notably, there is no categorical mention in the letter as to whether the Vice President intends to attend the hearing or not, and so we extended courtesy to her office by waiting for 1 hour. So, but I would also like to mention to the body that we are joined by resource persons from the Commission on Audit, as well as from the DBM, and I would like the COMSEC to acknowledge your presence.
Good morning. Thank you, Madam Chair. May we kindly request our resource persons to please acknowledge when your name is mentioned. From the Commission on Audit, Audit Team Leader, Office of the Vice President, Fahad bin Abdul Malik Tumawis.
Sir.
State Auditor 1, Zara Jane Fegalan. Supervising Auditor 5, Imelda Celso. Attorney 5, Intelligence and Confidential Funds Audit Office, or ICFAO, Attorney Gloria Camora.
Present, sir. Good morning po.
State Auditor 3, Intelligence and Confidential Funds Audit Office, ICFAO, Silent May Del Campo.
Good morning po. Present po.
And also from COA, Supervising Auditor 4, Melanie Judy Salazar. May we also acknowledge our guests from the Department of Budget and Management, Director Elena Regina Berlantes. May we now proceed with acknowledging the presence of the members. May we acknowledge the former President, Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Deputy Speaker Raymond Mendoza, Deputy Speaker Yasser Balindong, Deputy Majority Leader Wiltel Palma, Deputy Majority Leader Franz Pomaren, Deputy Majority Leader Jude Asidre, Deputy Majority Leader Janet Garin, Deputy Majority Leader Leanda Bolilla, Deputy Minority Leader Franz Castro, Deputy Majority Leader Bong Tebes, Senior Vice Chair Stella Luz Kimbo, Vice Chair Jose Alvarez, Vice Chair Greg Gasataya, Vice Chair Zia Alonto Adjong, Vice Chair Loreto Acharon, Vice Chair Natasha Ko, Vice Chair Ching Bernos, Vice Chair Jill Bongalon, Vice Chair Jocelyn Lim Caichong, Vice Chair Francisco Matugas, Vice Chair Gerardo Espina, Vice Chair Romeo Momo, Vice Chair Teodorico Jaresco, Representative Ramon Rodrigo Gutierrez, Representative Arlene Brosas, Representative Patrick Vargas, Representative Salvador Pleito, Representative Edwin Garjola, Representative Ricardo Cruz, Representative Mark Go, Representative Rene Ann Matibag, Representative Doris Maniquez, Representative Faustino Michael D., Representative Loreto Amante, Representative Arnan Panaligan, Representative Stephen Paduano, Representative Emerson Pascual, Representative Jefferson Conghun, Representative Ernesto Junicio, Representative Christian Unabia, and we also have Representative Rodante Marcoleta, Representative Micaela Swansing, Representative Fidel Nograles, Representative Isidro Ungab, Representative Francisco Ortega, and Vice Chair Toff de Benicia, and Representative Jervil Luiso. That's all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
And just to confirm, COMSEC, no one from the Office of the Vice President attended.
Yes, Madam Chair, that's true.
Okay. So,
Point of inquiry, Madam Chair.
yes, please proceed. Kong
Yes.
Eileen.
Madam Chair, so ibig sabihin, wala po ni isa na dumating from the Office of the Vice President para sumagot ng mga tanong ng ating mga colleagues, Madam Chair.
That is correct.
Madam Chair, kahapon kasi hindi na kami pinagtanong sa Office of the President. Tapos ngayon naman, wala naman yung Office of the Vice President para tanungin namin, Madam Chair. So Madam Chair, hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit yung two highest position in the land natin ganito sa ating budget hearing sa Kongreso, no? Madam Chair, isang insulto sa mamamayang Pilipino at sa mga kinatawan dito sa loob ng Kongreso na hinalal ng mamamayan. Ano? Ang hiling natin makapagpaliwanag ng accountability at ang hiling natin ay maglinaw, no, ng mga, kasi marami pa po tayong tanong kaugnay dito. She may not like our questions last hearing, Madam Chair. She may not like being questioned about the OVP expenses. She may not like sitting with us here in the House. But Madam Chair, she is accountable to the people and she has this sworn duty to the Constitution, being the head of the agency, to be here, no, para po ipagtanggol or malaman natin yung budget niya, Madam Chair. So yun lang, Madam Chair, as a manifestation. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, may I manifest also?
Kong Eileen? Sorry, Kong France.
Madam
Yes,
Chair, pwede ba kami naman muna, hindi naman sunod-sunod na sila na lang. Madam Chair, please.
So, Madam
I'd
Chair,
I'd
so
like
wala
to,
pa naman po
before
tayo
you
sa...
proceed, before
May
you
I
proceed,
raise a
before you proceed,
parliamentary
Conference,
inquiry, Madam Chair?
before you proceed, I'd like to remind our members for orderly proceedings, please wait to be acknowledged
Yes,
before
ma'am,
you
pero-
speak. So sa ngayon po, dahil nauna po si Kong France, paunahin na muna natin siya. So Kong France, please proceed.
puro sila
And
na
then
po
I will
yung-
recognize you after. Kong Dante.
Magkakasunod, Madam eh.
Medyo nauna lang po siya ng 1 second po.
Di ba
Kong
ang
Dante.
ating tradition, unang minority, pagkatas majority?
Wala pa po tayo
sunod-sunod
sa
naman
interpellation,
sila.
Kong
Oo nga
Dante.
po, pero maski na sa manifestation, dapat ganun din.
Nauna lang po siya, so yes po. Kong France, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So, ang ibig sabihin nito ay kahit na binigyan natin ang Office of the Vice President na second time around na magpaliwanag do sa budget at magkaroon tayo ng pagkakataon na siya ay matanong dahil ito naman po talaga yung mandato natin dito sa Kongreso, no. Mabusisi yung budget. So ang ibig sabihin po nito ay binoboykot niya tayo. Pagboboykot ito, Madam Chair, dahil wala pang akong natatandaan na ahensya ng gobyerno o executive branch na binoykot ang Kongreso dito sa budget hearing and deliberation. So ang ibig sabihin, Madam Chair, betrayal of her oath of office. Kahapon nakita ko yung kanyang video na ginagalang niya yung power of the purse ng Kongreso. Alam na alam niya na tayo po yung nag-allocate or nagbabudget or nag-approve ng budget ng lahat ng ahensya. So dahil pinapaubaya niya na sa atin ito, na hindi niya man lang i-defend, kasi ang laki-laki nung, Madam Chair, yung budget for socio-economic program delivery, socio-economic projects and stakeholder. Ang ibig sabihin ba niyan, inaabandona niya na yung pinaplano niya siguro na ng mga constituents niya, na bibigyan niya nitong mga programs na ito. So, Madam Chair, ang problema dito, talagang bratinela to the max, na ayaw na ngang matanong, umiiwas sa mga tanong, at eto pa, kapag gusto nating tanungin, hindi uma-attend doon sa Kaya talagang, Madam Chair, siguro later on, kung ano yung later on na lang po, Madam Chair, yung aking magiging pasya dito sa magiging budget at recommendation sa budget ng OBP. So, pasensya na po ang taong bayan, binoykot tayo ng Vice President.
Salamat, Kong Franz. Kong Marcoleta, you're now recognized.
Salamat po, Madam Chair. Yung hindi po pagdating ng ating pangalawang Pangulo ngayon, ang suspecha ko po ay dahil sa nangyari na mga pagtatanong nung nakaraang pagdinig. I have heard the volume and the barrage of questions asked by members of this committee to the Vice President. Despite the fact, Madam Chair, I heard her several times saying, I forgo the opportunity of defending the OBP budget for 2025 by question and answer, and I leave it to the House of Representatives to decide on such proposal as presented. That was the template of an answer given by the Office of the Vice President. Madam Chair, napilitan po akong mag-raise ng parliamentary inquiry. I think I have earned this. If I survive my term up to next year, I would have survived also, or I would have completed 18 years in this institution. And in this length of time, I have observed a tradition. The tradition is the two highest positions of government, namely the Office of the Vice President and the Office of the President, are not traditionally subjected to questions. I have observed this for so long a time. May I refresh the memory of the members of this committee, Madam Chair. In 2022, the Minority Leader, Honorable Libanan, citing courtesy to the Office of the Vice President, took only about 13 minutes to move for the termination of the budget of the Vice President. And after that, the Majority Leader seconded the motion. That was 2022, Madam Chair. Then 2023, no less than the Presidential son, our own Senior Deputy Majority Leader, the Honorable Sandro Marcos, stood up and invoked the long-honored tradition of according courtesy to the OBP, the Office of the Vice President. And in the same manner, he moved for the termination of the Office of the Budget, the consideration of the budget of the Office of the President, Vice President. I also recall, Madam Chair, that it was terminated. And with the full consternation of Honorable Franz Castro, who then objected, but her objections were never heard until she moved to make up record by way of manifestation her objection. But the committee collectively said, you can no longer do that because there was already a termination of the hearing. This is the time-honored tradition, Madam Chair. For so long a time, we have kept and observed this. We have upheld this tradition. My question is this committee authorized to set aside or discard the tradition? That is the question.
Your Honor, such motion was not introduced in the last hearing.
I'm now introducing the motion, Madam Chair.
I
To
second, Madam
terminate-
Chair.
To terminate the consideration of the budget of the Vice President, Madam Chair, on the basis of the long and time-honored tradition, Madam Chair. In order for us to respect a tradition in the same manner that we have respected the tradition here, that the first to interpolate every time is the member of the minority. That is the tradition. We have not yet discarded that. We're observing that because we are honorable members of this Congress. So the question is, why have we discarded that tradition? Is this committee authorized to set aside the tradition? If we are not able to do that, Madam Chair, then I honorably, respectfully now move to terminate consideration of the budget of the office of the Vice President, and I so move.
Second, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Madam Chairman, Madam Chair,
Yes, Your Honor.
Madam Chair,
Sus-
Move and
suspended.
seconded.
Session suspended.